Hi, Bo here from High Tech Investment, and welcome back to the channel, where today it's the second video in a series of how we're going to build up a portfolio. Last week I released another video in here, and that took care of the basic part of setting up a portfolio. So this particular one is the ground zero. That is the base for how you want to approach building up the portfolio. I'm not going to go through all the details again in this particular video here, so that will be a build on, an add-on, but I'll make sure that I have the link in the video description below for you, so you can go back afterwards, have a closer look and see what are the initial parts, because here in today's video, we're going to actually build up some portfolios for you, give you some suggestions, and we're also going to end up here having a copy link trading with Expert Forex. I'm going to give you 5 individual signals, so you'll be able also to have your first portfolio set up and ready shortly after you have finished this particular video in here. I hope this will give you some good insights to it, because some of the first things when you're building a portfolio, and you will always hear this, is don't put all your eggs in one basket. Obviously, again, that doesn't really tell you exactly what to do in here. But the idea is to try and spread out your risk. So instead of one basket, you spread it out on multiple baskets in different sizes, shapes, and forms. And that was this particular video here is all about today, how to do that, how to diversify your portfolio in here to make sure that your risk is as low as possible. Now, one of the other things that you also heard from me here in the past, if you follow my channel, is slow and steady basically wins the race. And again, this is all about looking at the end goal here, not trying to get too many percentages out every single week, every single month. It is a good steady income that's going to take care of you over long periods of time. And that's also why we're going to try and have different types of risk involved in here, and also making sure that you have as diversified portfolio as you can possibly have. So one of the other things that I mentioned here is safety in numbers. And what I normally mean about that is, yes, we are trading. And if you go on our website, you will notice that we have a bunch of EAs. Sometimes there is a full portfolio of 16, 20, or 22 in here. And you can obviously individual trade them. Some prefer to do that just with the $1,000 account for each of them. Other ones basically prefer to put all of them in one. And again, we have a different approach to this particular one. So that's also why you're going to hopefully enjoy this video here today to see our approach to some of the things that we are doing here today. So just to remind you, diversify the EA strategies for the market flexibility that you will find. And that is obviously changing from time to time. So this is always moving. Use your EAs, the different variations in the trading strategies, such as trend following, you have scalping, you have the grid EAs in there. They cover different market conditions for different type also of currency pairs, of course, and then include strategies also for the trending markets, and especially stuff like USD at the moment, Japanese yen, or you can have the Swiss francs is also getting very, very strong and has been here for quite a few weeks, ever since the trade war here started back in April on the US side. Sideways market, which is normally where we are finding the grid trading EAs. And then you have scalping. We actually don't have too many of scalping EAs here at the moment. That works out, but that is also a strategy you should add in there. Day trading, swing trading, and then position trading. All of these are actually covered also in the first part of the video I mentioned here earlier on. So here's an example of a breakdown, and a lot of our portfolios that we have with real live money on our own private accounts in here is set up with about $5,000 or 5,000 euros many times. So we like that particular number in here. And we normally have around 4 or 5, depending on what type of EA that we are running with. So where we also put it in different levels. So for example, here you have risk level as the low risk. Again, these are some of the percentages that came from the first video, but you should most probably, and that's what we are doing in here, have on the low risk sides about 50-55% of the amount in here. So in this particular case, we took 2,500. and you basically use this for the stable conservative strategies where you have longer time frames, minor pairs like Aussie, New Zealand, not USD, for example, especially at the moment. So that is a no-no, and set up basically with focus on minimum drawdowns. So take your EAs that you know that over history and time, these have a low drawdown. From our part, in particular in here, it could be the Wave Liberator, so that has done extremely well with low drawdown and still reasonably good income also over both weeks and months. Medium risk in here, you put an additional 30 to 35%, as I wrote here, and about $1,500 into this. Again, this is a moderate strategy wherein it can include swing trading or less volatile minor pairs. One of the good ones could be the Euro Swiss francs, where you either have an EA with stop loss take profit levels, or you have an EA with low drawdowns, which would normally be a grid trading EA in here. And then you can basically allocate a bit also for your high risk account, the one that are actually cashing in a bit better. Put percentage in for 10 or 20%, but maybe only use $1,000 in here. A more aggressive strategy like scalping, trading major exotic pairs, aiming for quick gains, but obviously also with a high volatility and a higher risk in here. So you spread out your risk within the portfolio in here on different type of strategies and also different types of EAs. So that is definitely one way of doing this. And if you take also into consideration here that you use multiple different time frames for better signals, various timelines, normally higher timelines such as 4 hours or daily, well, generally they provide more reliable signals. So it means that actually that you have more profitable trades, and they are more reliable, but you will have less trades normally also. While if you go down in time frames such as 5 minutes or 15, then you're gonna capture a lot more of the quick movements in here. And that obviously also requires that you're gonna have your risk a bit more under control, because you can very, very quickly run into more heavy drawdowns. So again, be careful with this, have a good balance in between the two. Now choose your currency pairs based on the global factors, and obviously this is very much changing. We have already seen a lot of these things in 2025, especially when it came out with the trade war. First, it was the US dollar obviously fluctuating, then with the Mexican and then the Canadian dollar. Now we are not trading the Mexican currency pair, but we are trading the Canadian, and that definitely took a big hit here also with the US. Later on, it was joined here with the euro that has become very strong against the US dollar, and the same thing here has also happened with the Great British Pounds, and the strongest of them all here at the moment, where everybody seems to be going, is the Swiss francs. So there is a lot of different market volatility here at the moment. Normally you will just see one like the Japanese yen in the past that is trending, then everything comes down again, and then it's another currency pair. 2025 is a lot different in here, where the entire market is moving very, very quickly. We can see it's moving further than it's ever been doing before. So be very careful, cautious, and select your currency pairs based on what is happening in the current markets in here, not what happened 3 months or 6 months ago. Have a look and see where the currency pairs are at the moment. Try and diversify as much as you can to make sure that you don't have too many US dollars, too many Great British Pounds, too many Canadian. Good mix is definitely the way to go here at the moment. We also have another setup, and I've given some numbers in here. Example of another portfolio of how you can do this. A currency pair like the Euro USD. As I said, this is also a trending one here at the moment. So you can use EA like the Make Money EA in here. We are actually dusting this particular EA off again, especially with a lot of the trending markets that we have. We saw a lot more sideways movement normally in 2024 25 is completely different market altogether, and that means that some of these EAs that we weren't too interested in might just be a gold mine here in 2025. So you can put in a bit of capital for that particular one. Let's say 1,000. You can put in a position size of 0.02. Now they make money. That will enter multiple trades in here. And when it does well, it does really well. And then when it's sideways, then basically nothing happens in here. It will lose a bit of money, but very small amounts, and then it will make it up as soon as the currency pair trends. So you could put it on the Euro USD. You could also put it on the USD Swiss francs or Great British pounds. All of these are trending a lot. So something to definitely look into on when you're breaking down your portfolio. The next part could be swing trading. So again, swing trading is normally something that happens over a few days or a few weeks. And the simple grid trading EA generation 4 is extremely good for this. You can use a Great British Pounds New Zealand, for example. So that one has volatility in there without trending tremendously. Use a capital of maybe 2,000. You can put a couple of different EAs on them. They normally run with 1,000 a piece. So 2 different ones in here. Maximum position lot size you should use for these ones are normally 0.03. Start off low, see where you get, and then make your way up. Again, the grid trading EAs, especially the generation 4 version 2, has very, very low drawdown on most currency pairs. So a very good and medium EA in here. Then you can have a scalping EA, and I don't really have any suggestions for that, but if you have one in your portfolio, have a look at the Aussie Swiss francs maybe. Again, set it up for $1,000 accounts. Again, no more than 0.03 lot per the capital in here, or somewhere around 2 to maximum 5% of your capital. That could be a higher one, depends on how good it is and how high of a profit you can get with this particular one in here. And then you can have for scalping, you can also try, obviously, the simple RSI in here. It's not a particular good scalping tool, but you can try and add this particular one in here with some very small targets, but then use higher time frames. Then last but not least, also you can have a Canadian Japanese, for example, grid or mixed EA. You can use a Lucky Trader, which is a very random EA in here. Put that one on a $1,000 account. Again, don't over exaggerate on the lot size, maximum 0.03 in here. So that is a variation. So sometimes the Lucky Trader is very, very good on the sideways market and can even be extremely good also on some of the trending markets. Otherwise, sometimes it's not. So again, it varies a bit, but you want to have different types of EAs that does different things. Also are cashing in at various times, and obviously also doesn't have drawdown coming in at the same time. So I put together here for you a little list. And I know that this is some of my viewers that really wanted to have that. And we have a few, and we are looking at the last results. So as you can see in here, so we are making up every single week. We are basically analyzing how well our EAs are doing. We're putting in the profits. We're looking at the drawdowns, see which ones are the best ones. So the ones that we have chosen here is basically one EA from each area. We took the HEA, and this particular one, it's currently trading the Great British Pounds Swiss francs. This is the link for the Expert Forex copy link service. So go and have a look at that one. You'll notice how it cashed in. There was 1 week where it didn't, and then the week after it actually cashed in quite nicely again. So over those weeks, it made $82 and about 8%. So that one is a bit low. But if you have seen some of my news report, you'll see also that the HDA cashed in a lot back in April and now recovering. But this is one of the better ones that has still a low drawdown and cashing in every single week. So that is one option. And then we go for the next one. So this is the Wave Liberator for the Aussie USD. And again, the link here is 1K and then link 149C. Again, you can see how well this has been doing over the past 6 weeks. Total sum $150, 15% over those areas, and that is a very good EA, very, very stable, not having huge drawdowns, so another good one. Then we have the RSI Liberator, so this is overbought, oversold we are now into. This is the EuroCAD, and the link here is 187C. Again, cashing in quite nicely every single week. Nothing fancy. The best one is actually last week in here. So for week 26, it did extremely well. 148 and 14.86% also here. Very good, very stable. Then we go to the lucky trader. We have picked out the Euro Swiss francs, and you have link 184C. You will have seen that on the coupling service. It's one of the highest ones up here, cashing in extremely well every single week. Even though in week 21, as you can see, it had a small loss. After that, it has been doing extremely well and topping off with $192 or 19.25%. So another one for your portfolio in here. Then we have New Zealand CAD, and we're adding the simple grid trader. And this particular one is the version 4 in here, generation 4 or version 2. And the new links are actually just been added in here. I don't know if they actually made it to the Expert Forex website yet, but everything from our part for the Trade Center has been set up already. The new link is actually called link 303. And this particular one, again, it is for a $1,000 account, all of these ones here. So if you put these 5 together, that is $5,000, or obviously you can go on cent accounts and then you can lower it as much as $50 in here. But just be aware again, when you put things on cent account, there's a bit more of a spread on these particular ones. So you should expect a bit lower numbers. You can see the numbers that we have every single week. We had 1.3, 2.3, almost 2%, then almost 4%, and then just over 2%. And almost 4% again for week 26 for this particular portfolio. The total sum for this part, which was originally $5,000, is $783 or 15.63%. And that is good enough for us. That is what we're aiming for. So that means that we can sleep at night and still the profit comes tickling in all the time. We're very, very happy with these particular setups. So I hope with this video here, I've given you some good insights as to how you can set up your portfolio, how you can diversify your risk, how you can try and add in different EAs here in order to spread the risk, minimize exposure for individual currency pairs, especially in the markets that we're in here now. And obviously, I'm going to do a few more videos over the summer here also on exactly how to select. There's other ways also of building up portfolios that are still very strong. That doesn't even require mixing of EAs in here, but it's entirely up to you at the end of the day, because don't forget, you and you alone are responsible for your own trading. So I am just showing you in this particular video here how we do it, how we would like to basically manage our risk in here. But everybody's risk strategy is normally different. It also depends on how much money you have to invest, how much you are willing to risk over time in here. So that's entirely up to you. And that's why these are only suggestions at the end of the day. And also a bit of a tutorial on how we do things, how we actually look at it. And then hopefully from there on, you can build up your own set of portfolios with your own risk strategy that suits exactly you. So please give us a thumbs up and a comment, and hopefully also a like in here. And I'll see you on one of my next videos. Until then, bye-bye.